I'm a pharmacist. I've been working with Dr. Chiu in SCH for 4 years when I first graduated. For the past 8 years, I've been practicing in retail pharmacy. Okay? So tonight's discussion will be more on medication and dietary supplements. Medication and dietary supplements, we often got people coming and ask, can I take this or that? Okay, that is very common. And the second thing is the things that I want to quickly touch on is the safe use of medication. Okay, that is the least that we can do as a general public. Okay, we want to safely use our medicines. 3, 4, 5, we try to answer some of the questions that Boon Wei gave me. Can we get addicted to medicines? Number 4, can I use beverage other than water to swallow my tablet? 5 is a big question, generic versus innovator medicine. You got generic medicines cost cheaper. You got original medicine cost cheaper. What is the difference in between? Okay, and then if there is any other questions, you can just ask me. Dr. Chiu also around, so feel free to ask about things on medicines. So question, herbal or medicines? Okay, people say medicines are bad, don't take medicines. Okay, that is very common. We got this question every day. Can I use herbal or supplements instead of medicines? I heard from my friends, from the Facebook, from the WhatsApp, this is good, it heals cancer, so can I use them? Okay, that is the question that we get every day. So there is no straightforward answer for this kind of question that you have to know. That is why today's topic is very, very broad, that I have to tell you what is medicine first. Okay, what is medicine? Medicine is there to treat and to prevent disease. That's it, full stop. Okay, medicine assists to treat or prevent disease. If you have high blood pressure, that is to treat. Okay, medicine assists to treat or prevent disease. If you have high blood pressure, that is to treat your. Okay.
What is between illness and disease?
Same. If you are sick, you are sick. Okay. If you are sick, the doctor say you are sick, then that means you are sick. Make it simple. Don't make it too difficult. If that is sick, then you are sick. So medicine is to treat or to prevent disease. And then medicine is strictly controlled. That means you can't get medicines. What I mean medicines here is really medicines. Strictly controlled, you can get it either from the clinic, hospital, or pharmacy. That's all. And then this is the MPRA. What agency define medicine is this agency? This is MPRA. You can go online and search on it. And then what MPRA do is it will register everything as medicines, register it as medicines. And then when you turn to the back of the medicines, you will often see a number starting with ML and end with an A. If you have that medicines with that number, that means it is a medicine. It is strictly controlled. So medicines are discovered through medical research, have a lot of cautionary label. When you start opening up your box, look into the things, the product information, you will start to get very anxious because you see a lot of things that say you cannot do this, cannot do that. That is why medicine is always perceived to have a lot of side effects that we understand. Okay, that is why I'm here tonight to show you why. Okay, these are the process of drug development. We go to this one first. And nobody showed you this before, right? Okay, from how do we do medicine? Okay, how do we do medicines? We do medicine starting from discovery of medicines. If you want to treat, okay, let's say we have a rabies here. We want to treat rabies. Okay, we have a new disease here. We want to treat the disease. That normally we have to start with drug discovery, and then we will have to go through a lot of different process. This is drug discovery, preclinical. We have to test it in animals. We have to test it to say that it's safe enough for human to use. Then we go through a series of clinical trials. Anyone here has been gone through the part of the clinical trials? Nobody, huh? Or asked to join a clinical trials? No one. Okay. Then you have to pass a series of clinical trials. Clinical trials is they use the new medicines in human being. then we see if there is any side effect from the medicines. That normally takes 6 to 7 years. From there, then only the medication will get approved. Okay, you understand what I mean? Okay, medicines from here to approve, you have to go through a lot of different process. You have to test it in the lab, test it with animals, then you go to test it in humans, a small group of people, then you test it in the hospital. That is what we call clinical trials. You get analysis all the data to make sure everything is safe, is okay to be used, is okay to be marketed. Then only you will get approved by the FDA. So that is why we say that this is very important. Medicines are considered unsafe until they are proven safe. Okay, medicines are actually considered unsafe. That is why they have to go through all sorts of different processes to prove that they are safe. Only then we can market the medicines. All right, that is medicines. Now to the supplements. So what are supplements? Supplements, we are very familiar with vitamins, minerals, herbals, fiber, fatty acid, amino acid, you name it. But we have to understand supplements are there to complement or to supplement. Or your herbal, your everything, that is there to complement or to supplement. It is very easily to get registered. Okay? But they are not permitted to market for the purpose of treating, preventing, and curing disease. That's why you go and buy vitamins, particularly in Malaysia. You can't see it. This is, let's say, glucosamine. You can't see from glucosamine that is to treat your knee pain. That is to treat osteoarthritis, because in Malaysia, you can't put labels on your supplements that is for this disease. No, cannot. That's why when you buy CoQ10, you don't know what is that for. Okay? Your pharmacist said this is good for your heart, good for cholesterol, but you say, no, there is nothing right cholesterol, because in Malaysia, we can't do that. If you buy things from Australia, USA, Canada, okay, they might be able to put things like that, but in Malaysia, it's very strict. You can't put things that mention this can treat this. No, cannot. Okay, registration for supplement is registered as T. T means ubat traditional. Okay, and then now even some supplements actually many supplements now, they are now registered as food. That is why you see now you buy supplements, people are selling you in a bottle, like a wine bottle that you drink. They sell you in sachet form. Okay, why sachet, why drinks? Because that things you can register as food. You don't need to register as supplements. Okay. If you are selling it in a tablet form or in a capsule forms, that sometimes the MPRA will come in, they say, hey, this is like a supplement, you need to go through the registration process. That is why some people, they don't want. Okay, how do they go about? They make it into a drink. They make it into a sachet. You can mix with water, mix with beverage, become a beverage. That is the catch you have to know. Okay? There are more natural ingredients derived from plant and perceived as safer. So the rules for supplements. This is Shen Nong. Shen Nong 尝百草. Shen Nong, he tasted hundreds of herbs. Shen Nong is a god in Chinese. In China, they taste all the herbals. But ultimately, he died after eating 断肠草. Okay? He died himself because of eating herbals. So that is the idea of supplements. Okay? Dietary supplements are considered safe until they are proven unsafe. Terbalik dengan medicine. Okay? You can use whatever you want as supplements. You can use ginseng, you can use vitamin C, echinacea, everything. You market it as supplements. You say, hey, this is a supplement. This is not medicines. I don't use this to treat. But if nothing happened, nothing happened. If there is anything happen, then the MPRA will step in. Okay, so this is the idea. That is why medicines are strictly regulated. When we market medicines, we have to write every single thing, every side effects that it might have. It might not happen to you, but it happens to somebody else. But I have the obligation to tell in the product information every single side effect. to tell you that might happen. It might not happen to you, okay? But that is the obligations for the drug manufacturer to do. Right? Oh, I have to press.
Okay, click onto the slide.
Click, click, click. Oh, sorry. Okay, everyone clear? Okay, that is clear enough. Many people don't explain this in pharmacy or when they're trying to sell you something. But this is the idea. Once you get the idea right, so everything, when people start selling you supplements, start selling you whatever product, you will have to have the idea of this, okay? So supplements, we don't have guideline. Medicines, we have guideline. Antibiotic, 500 mg 2 times a day is 500 mg 2 times a day. Vitamin C, some people say 500 mg a day, 1000 mg a day, 3000 mg a day. They say if you have cancer, you can take up to 6000 mg a day. We don't have guideline. You can't say that it's wrong, but we really don't know because nobody actually do a guideline for this. But medicine, yes, you have to follow strictly. So my advice is when you are using supplements, just get as many facts as you can before you try to use them. You have to learn to spot some false claim, like cure all, totally safe. If they are saying that all natural, no side effect, better be careful. And then if you are in doubt, try to avoid. Remember, in medications or in healthcare, safety is number one, our top priority. Before you do anything good, make sure you don't do anything that is not good first. Okay? Make sure everything is safe first before you use. Some example. This just happened recently. This appeared in the newspaper. I think it's West Malaysia. Here, not so much. Herbal supplement, they say 100% satisfaction, no steroid. What can it cure? It can cure everything. Okay, it cure everything. So it even has testimony. They say, okay, 1 minggu hilang bengkak dipercaya cancer. I think this happened very frequently in Facebook. But MPLA recently found out, they say something wrong with this advertisement. They go and find out, and what they find? They find it in these herbal medicines, it actually contains poison, which is also medicines. You know what do they do? I market these things as a herbal. But in fact, inside that, you have steroid, you have painkiller, you have 1, 2, 3 types of antibiotic. Okay, so it's not a real herbal anymore. It's actually a medicine that they market it as herbal. So be very careful on this kind of advertisement. Make sure you spot them right.
The process of approval, right?
Like
the ingredients.
Like we said before, supplements, if you market it, it is considered as safe until it is proven unsafe. So if you can market anything, you can have your herbal at your backyard, and then you just say this is supplement. But of course, there are certain rules that you have to follow, but not as strict as medicines. Until something happens. These things I like very much. This is essential oil. Okay, this is essential oil. You know that you put into a diffuser and then you diffuse it. They will have, very, very nice smell. I use it for my kids as well when they are having flu or stuffy nose. But supplements, you have to remember, is not intended to treat. What happened is in US, this is a doctor that treated. They say the mom stopped the asthma medication in their children because she read the article say essential oil can use for asthma, whereas the kids eventually died because the mom stopped the medication of asthma. So there is nothing wrong with supplements. There is nothing wrong with the essential oil. But you have to have the idea is supplement, you don't use that to treat diseases. Okay, you can use it as supplements to complement or whatever, but just make sure that use it safely. Use it safely. Okay, do I need to let doctors or my pharmacist know if I'm using supplement? Yes, definitely, please do. Okay, because why? Because supplements may have this side interaction. Interaction is when you take herbals, when you use medicines, they might interact. Okay, they might interact. Things like press down. There are so many interactions that we cannot just do it here. If you want to do drug interaction with medicines, we can go whole day. Okay, there is a whole book you can go through. So typical one is ginseng. Ginseng interact with many blood thinning medication. St. John's wort not very popular in Malaysia because I think MPLA they stopped St. John's wort selling in Malaysia. Why? Because it got so many interaction with other medication. St. John's wort many people buy online. Why? Because St. John's wort treat depression. Okay, many people they think they have depression, but they don't want to go to see doctors. So what do? They do is they go online and search. So what they will come out is St. John's wort. So they buy, they just go online and buy from overseas the St. John's wort. Then after that, only they will find out is interacting with many different medications. The third one is the interesting one. The third one, I just press it. The third one is antioxidant. I think many of you knows about antioxidant, very hot topic now. Antioxidants actually interact with, it's still in the debate. Antioxidant interact with chemotherapy. Okay, I don't know what's the view of Dr. Chiu, but it's still in the debate because antioxidant, what it do is protect the cells, and chemotherapy actually use this oxidative stress to do the job. So it's like not quite numb each other. So no hard facts yet whether you should do it or not, but there are reports on this. Okay, you can try to find out. So medication versus supplements conclusion is medication are considered unsafe until they are proven safe. Dietary supplements, the other way around, are considered safe until they are proven unsafe. So know what you are doing, do your own research first, beware of overclaim, use it wisely. Tell your pharmacist or doctor if you are using supplements during your treatment particularly. Okay. Then I'll move on with safe use of medicines. Okay, this is very simple idea, but very important. Not many actually in pharmacy, they don't normally tell, but adulterated or counterfeit medicines do exist in our country. Counterfeit, fake medication. Okay, fake medication do exist in our country. Sarawak, I think still okay. Not many reported. In West Malaysia, because they are closer to the Thailand, okay, the border, there are many parallel medicines that imported from there, and then we are consider it as fake medications. So how can you define the medication you are having? Is it fake one or is it a genuine one? A registered product must have a halogram, Meditech, must have a MLL number. Okay, go to the next slide. This is I get from the bureau, the MPRA just now. Registered medication must have this halogram. Okay, this halogram must exist in all the packaging, and it must have the MLL number. So how do you check whether the halogram is correct or not? Because everything will have the fake one. Halogram, you can always do it with the Meditech, that things, it always, the pharmacy will always have it. Okay, clinic, I don't know, but in pharmacy, it's compulsory for all the pharmacy to have this tag or this tag that you can use to scan your Meditech, and then it will come out to be like, I don't know lah, the detail is here. It's like scanning your IC or your notes or your that one. So scan that hologram. If you are not confident with the hologram, if you haven't scanned it in the hologram, go back home. You can go online to the MPRA website. You can always go to the MPRA website. You sure will have the number, the MAL number at the back of your medicine, okay? Or the supplements also, and cosmetic also, okay? Cosmetic, supplements, some health product, depending whether they register it, okay? If they're registered as food, nobody can trace. If they're registered as health supplement, they're registered as medicine, they're registered as cosmetic, they will definitely have a number, and then you can go online and check whether their number is correct. So if you key in everything, the number comes out, the medicine comes out, the company name comes out, then that is a correct one. That is a correct number because everything has a fake, including numbers. Okay, that is why you need to check. All right, so counterfeit medication or counterfeit supplement health product, it happens everywhere. It even happens to your minyak kapak. Okay, because they know that you will just buy minyak kapak like that. You won't just go to check your Meditech everything, but it happens. And Panadol, people like Panadol, man. Okay, people like Panadol, they know it. They say, oh, just.
Any pharmacy outlet might have fake products.
That is why. Yes, unfortunately, because we don't know whether it is happening. That's why I said that not much reported in Sarawak, but in West Malaysia, yes. So just be careful lah. Okay, at least you know what to do. Okay, at least you go back, you can go to online and search your supplements. This minyak kapak, if you don't mind. But if you buy like few hundred supplements, you come back home, you find out it's fake, then it's not worth it. Well, don't do it. All right, that is about medication safety. Okay, a little bit on the questions. Can one get addicted to medication? Okay, yes or no. But to answer that kind of question, to answer this question, you have to first understand tolerance, dependence, and addiction. Tolerance is when you try to use some laxative, especially. Tolerance is if you take it 2 tablets tonight, so that you can go toilet tomorrow. The next day probably you will have to, or the next week probably you have to take 3. The next week you have to take 4. That is tolerance. Okay, you tolerate yourself to the medication. Some painkiller will have this kind of effect as well. Okay, this is tolerance, not addiction. Dependence is like me drinking coffee. I have to drink 3 coffee a day. If I don't drink coffee today, I become zombie. That is dependence. Dependence can happen to steroid. That's why I think a lot of that's why we don't encourage people, especially in retail pharmacy or clinic, we try to cut down the steroid use, prednisolone, all these things. Okay, because we know that when you start giving steroid, then the people will actually come back and say, hey, I want that one, itu bagus or steroid. Saya ambil terus tomorrow tidak ada sakit tekak. Okay, that is what happened. So that is it will develop dependence, but not addiction. So okay, you have to understand the concept. So generally, if you use the medication safely, you won't get addicted. You won't get addicted to medication. Don't worry about addictions on medication. Okay, if you use it correctly, of course. Okay, when we do abuse, then we have to get addiction. So whatever medication gave it to you, just make sure you use the right medication, right dose, right route, right time, and then that is for you only, not for any other people. Because some people will buy medicines everywhere, and then just some people see it, they will just take it. Okay, share their medication. Make sure you don't do that. Okay.
Some after food.
Oh yes, some after food, some before food. If you are not sure, ask the pharmacist. They should know. If they don't know, they can look it up. They will have to do it. That is the job of the pharmacist. Okay, just make sure you ask. Okay, but generally they will write it there for you. Can I use beverage other than water to swallow my tablet? Grapefruit juice, not many people here in Malaysia drink grapefruit juice. I don't know what is grapefruit juice here, but in Australia, yes, they sell grapefruit juice. Grapefruit juice interact with medication like your cholesterol tablet, so don't do that. Okay, milk, soy milk, or any milk-based product that contain high calcium sometimes interact with your medication like antibiotic. So don't use milk lah. Okay, general rules is don't use milk, don't use grapefruit, don't use coffee also. Okay, why? Because coffee will actually speed up the absorption of your medication. If you look at Panadol, now there is a new Panadol called Panadol Extra. If you look into Panadol Extra, what does it contain? It contains Panadol plus caffeine.
I think why they have the caffeine one. Tea also good.
A caffeine? Anyone here use migraine tablet, Cafox or Cafagot? Migraine tablet, migraine. Inside is ergotamine plus caffeine. Why? They want to speed up. Okay, they want to speed up. If you pandai, you take Panadol, you take a little bit coffee, it will speed out everything. Okay, speed out the absorption. But don't do that lah. Don't do that. But that is what a pharmaceutical company know it. They just add a little bit of caffeine inside, and Panadol now can market it. Say, hey, this one act faster. Okay, that is what it is lah. Okay.
You say grapefruit juice, right? How about lemon juice?
Lemon is a kind of grapefruit lah. Avoid lah. I would say just avoid lah. Okay, just in medical world is play safe. Okay, that is the rules. Play safe. Just use plain water.
Because I usually take lemon juice, water in the morning.
Then if you can, yeah.
Medicine, maybe 2 hours later.
What type of medication is that?
Tamoxifen.
Lestrozole.
Letrozole.
Lestrozole, we have to go back and find out, does that interfere with grapefruit juice?
No.
Yeah, I have to go back to find also, is the grapefruit same as lemon juice? Or does the lemon juice contain the enzyme? Yeah.
So you're saying the safest way is just to go with
The safest way is, yes, just don't go with water if can. But if you are insist on lemon, that's the pharmacist's job as well, to go and find out for you that whether lemon contains that kind of enzyme that interfere with your lestrozole. Yeah, that is our job. You just go to pharmacy, ask them, hey, can I use lemon juice with lestrozole? They will have to find it out for you. Okay, but at this point of time, I don't know. That's why we'll have to find out for you.
Excuse me, so say if you take health supplement, you cannot take alkaline water because alkaline water.
Alkaline water, you are talking about micro cluster, that kind of things. Yes, that is what has been told by the water filter people. In fact, the micro cluster water is still a debate now whether that is true or not. Okay, that is number one. So we don't know yet. That is what you guys have been told by the water filter people. But micro drinking water, alkaline water, now got the new hydrogen water. All these things are still under debate. Don't know yet. We don't know that is true or not even. Okay, that is why we don't know yet. Right?
Better use common drinking water.
Better use common drinking water, correct. If you want to drink your alkaline water, drink it any other time. Just
alkaline water after boiling.
don't know.
It won't help.
We don't know. We don't know what is alkaline water. Honestly speaking, we don't know yet. So many types. Okay? Right. Any other question?
You can use water to take your medicine.
Yeah.
Warm water?
Or any water, warm water, drink room temperature water, cold water, that is fine. That is fine. Okay. So the next topic is about generic versus innovator medicines. Okay, should I take generic medicines or should I take original medicines? If you know this is Plavix, this is original. 1 month supply of original medication costs you about 200 ringgit. 200 ringgit. If you are using a generic one, it costs you about 30 ringgit. 30 ringgit versus 200 ringgit. You get the idea, huh? So much difference, okay? The price, in terms of price. Horvath, this is only 60 ringgit a box. Novas is about 200 ringgit. 60 ringgit versus 200 ringgit. Should you take generic or should you take original? There are a few things that we need to find out. The price we know is different already, but is the quality different? Is there a safety difference? Is the efficacy difference? Okay, so what is your right on generic or innovator drug or original drug? Okay, then we need to start comparing what is generic, what is original. Innovator is original, original brand. So remember the discovery and development, the 15 years chart that we mentioned? That is the job of the original medication. Innovator has to do it. They will have to discover the medication. They will have to invent, go through the clinical trial, submit all the paper, do data analysis. They will have easily spend 10 years doing that. Okay, the cost is all on innovator. Generic no need. Okay, because whatever medicines that is registered under FDA, it is registered under a pharmacopoeia, drug pharmacopoeia. Drug pharmacopoeia is our Bible, is our dictionary of medicines. Okay, once it is registered there, and then the patency is over, this is like a patency. They will have a period of time that nobody else can sell these medicines other than the innovator, the original drug company. That happens to all the chemotherapy agents now. That is why all the chemotherapy agents are so expensive, because they are still under 15 years of patency. Okay, so they can sell high price because nobody else is selling. Okay, this is what the industry is all about. That is why the cost, original drugs is very, very expensive. What do generic drug manufacturers do is they just manufacture. They can just go to the dictionary, the pharmacopoeia, copy bulat the things, because you have run through everything. You have run through the discovery, you have run through all the paperwork already by the innovator company. And after the patency over, they can just grab everything and just start processing and then sell it.
Just like taking the recipe, and just
Yes, they can do that. Okay, but after 15 years. Okay, so that is why your chemotherapy agent, they have few years to play around. Okay, normally it's 5 to 10 years, depending how is their process. Okay, but if you are comparing the active ingredient, the MPRL will control. Okay, if they must have the same active ingredient, you can't say you different. It must be the same, because there are drug authority to control them. That your active ingredient is the same, your dosage form is the same. That one is 10 mg, your original 10 mg, your generic must be 10 mg. Okay? Drug distribution will be exactly the same. They will test it. Drug distribution means if I take the 10 mg now, in half an hour later, there will be 5 mg in my blood. Okay? It must be the same for the generic company. If you take the 10 mg, half an hour later, I go to test your blood, it should have 5 mg as well, as like the original medication. Okay, it must be the same. Pharmaceutical standard must be the same. Your cream must be the same quality. It cannot crack after 10 years. Crack is when you cream, sometimes you will have 2 layers. Okay, original don't crack in 5 years, you can't crack. Your valves, your all the things standard must be there. Okay, your tablet standard must be there. You cannot just substandard. No, the standard has to be there. But the appearance can be different. Okay, the original might be red in color. The generic can do it in orange color, in yellow color. So excipient can be different. Excipient is like if you do blueberry cheesecake, I have the main ingredient, active ingredient is blueberry and cheese. You do your blueberry cheesecake, you have blueberry and cheesecake, but the outcome is not the same because the excipient, some of the other ingredient that you add in is different. Okay, what they want to check is the active ingredient. Your blueberry is there, how many gram? Cheese, how many you use, how many gram must be the same as the original. But whatever other things that you add in is up to you. Okay, that is why excipient is different, and that leads to perceptions of general public is different. Because why? Because my original Panadol is like that. Why your Panadol is different? My original Clarinase, okay, Clarinase tablet for your flu is bulat-bulat like Mentos. Why you say the generic Clarinase is different? Okay, that leads to different perceptions. But if you are looking at the things that we are concerned of, yeah, okay, that actually reflect the price. That actually reflect, these two actually reflects the safety. This reflect the efficacy. This reflect the quality, which they are actually all the same. So that is why government hospital or any pharmacy that you go to, they say sama punya, ubat ini sama, okay? Memang sama. Actually, memang sama. If you are looking at this criteria, sama, okay. But in terms of perception from general public, we know that there are differences. So, what can we do? Okay, what can we do? Yeah, safety. Next. 80% of medication dispensed worldwide are actually generic. Because why? Because cost is the main issue. Okay, same happened in Malaysia. So the medication you get from hospital are 80% generic or more than that. It is not a compromise. It is because it is the same. Okay, if you compare them criteria by criteria, it's actually the same. So and the price is an issue. That is why the cheapest generic will win the quotes normally in hospital. That is why your brand will always change if you are getting medication from hospital. Because whoever generic that comes out that can beat the price, they will win. Okay? Yeah. That is the fact. Okay, that is the fact. So original will only be used if there is not any other options available. Patency is still there, then we will have to use the original with higher cost. Okay? So if you say, hey, I don't want to use generic, I want to use original, actually you can. Just get the doctor to write a prescription, but you have to buy yourself with much higher cost. Okay? But we have to clarify that in terms of standard, in terms of safety, in terms of quality, generic are actually exactly the same as the original. Okay? I think effective efficacy is on par with the original.
So you say they involve more in terms of manufacturing cost, but in order to get they have to go through certain.
Yes, the NPLA, the National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency, they still have to go through a series of tests to test against the original. Even to a standard that they will have to ask people to take the medication, one the original, one is the generic, and they will have to measure the blood to test the distribution. Okay, there are certain level of control in terms of generic and original. You can't just simply market everything under as a generic. So with that, I have to conclude. I think today what we are sharing that is something that you won't get it from any other pharmacy or clinic. That is why you have to have certain ideas. What is medication? What is your herbal? What are your rights? And then generic versus the original. Okay. So always collect as much facts as we can. Consult your pharmacist. Okay. Go to talk to your pharmacist. Go to talk to your doctors. We might not know everything. Okay. We don't know about alkaline water. Yeah, but just talk to them. Huh? Some people might know something, then we can help. Right? We are always here to help. All right, that I conclude. Thank you very much. Any question? Yes?
To expiry dates of medication.
I actually have a slide at the end, but can I take expired medication? General rules is no, just don't take it. Okay, after it's expired, how long? No, how long? Once expired, throw it away, or once expired. From my point of view, as a pharmacist point of view, because I have to tell you because the drug company only they can only guarantee you the full potency, the full effect of the medication up to that date. After that, if anything happens, you cannot come back to us and say, hey, I take this, no effect or whatever. Okay, that is why from our point of view, if it is expired, just don't take, don't risk it, don't do the risk. Okay, then it happens to comes out with another question. Just a sharing here. Usually drug medication expiry date is 5 years from the date of manufacture to expired. Now they have reduced it to 3 years. Okay, that is why now you go to buy medication, you will see the expiry date is very short. We don't know why, but that is what it is now. Because 3 years is actually very short from the kilang, from the manufacturing to distributor to your pharmacy and then to you, it will be easily about 1.5 years. So you will see the expiry date is very, very short nowadays for all the medication. Yeah, but I don't know. I have to find out. But this is what happened in these few years in Malaysia. We already make sounds in MPRA say, hey, why is it happening? Usually it's 5 years, but now reduced to 3 years. But how strict should you adhere to expiry? You should just adhere strictly to expiry date. If you want to take it after expired, no one is going to be responsible if anything goes wrong. You take it at your own risk.
That applies to medicine. What about health?
Same. Because you remember all the supplements, health supplement, cosmetic, it need to be numbered. You need to go through NPLA to get the registration number. Once there is, why should they go to register? Because if things are registered, meaning that they have certain responsibility to you. Okay, if I register these things, that is effective from here to here, I will have to be responsible with what I have claimed. Anything out of that scope, I'm not going to be responsible. The drug company is not going to be responsible. Okay, that is why. But no, if expired want to sell it to you, say no lah, don't take the risk, not worth it.
We go to some home stock check at least 6 months of expiry.
Yeah, we have that mechanism to do that. If you still can take that within the expiry date with a good price, okay, then might as well go with it. But don't risk to take the things that is expired, not worth it. Okay.
Shops cheaper.
Yeah, if cheaper. Yeah, make sure you can finish it before the expiry date. Fair enough, just go ahead. Yeah, anything wrong, you still can go back to the pharmacy. It's still within the expiry date. Why is it happening? They will still have to be responsible. But if after expiry date, sorry lah. Yeah, it's like a car. After warranty period, you cannot just go back and say what happened to your car. No. Yeah.
Any problem taking health food, health supplement, jointly with medicine?
Yes or no, depending what medicine, depending what health supplement. Yeah. Because there are so many different kind of medicine, so many different kind of supplements. That is why always ask your pharmacist, ask your doctor. They don't know, ask them to search for you. Because they know where to find. Okay? You go Google, you cannot Google. Sometimes you Google things that are pelik-pelik. Okay? If you go to pharmacy, if your retail pharmacy don't want to entertain you, go to the hospital pharmacy. Ask the pharmacy in front of the counter and you say, hey, this thing can take together. Oh, they will very happily go and find that for you.
Sometimes high factor, they all in one count.
Depends. It all depends because there is no straight answer.
It's not what is the interval. I take medicine and then I take
1 to 2 hours is very safe. 1 to 2 hours. 1 to 2 hours. Please. Yes. Talk to the pharmacist. The whole idea of a pharmacy assist is because there is a pharmacist inside. And you have to talk to the pharmacist. And there is a rules for pharmacy. They have to display the face and the name of the pharmacist, who is that registration number, our pharmacy registration number. You go, it's displayed there. Okay, it's always displayed. It's one of the criteria of licensing a pharmacy. Talk to the pharmacist. Yeah. If they don't know, make sure they go and find out for you. Chinese medicine shop is not regulated. It's not even not regulated. It sells like food. Okay, it sells like your ginseng or whatever, dong guai. That one is sell as like food. It's not registered, not obligated.
In the Chinese medicine shop, they are not under the Ministry of Health.
No.
But they still have to be licensed.
Need license or not?
They still have to be licensed, is it?
No lah.
To operate
Business license I can go and yeah. 5 ringgit go to the.
But they are under their own.
They have a society. They have a.
The association.
They have the association, but it's not regulated. It's not under a law.
It is not illegal for you to open any.
Like I'm a pharmacist. I open a pharmacy. I need to get a license from Ministry of Health. You say you are a doctor. You open the clinic. You will have to get a license from Ministry of Health. If anything happen to these pharmacists or doctors who is not right, you can go to Ministry of Health to complain, and then we are in trouble. The Chinese medicine, you don't have regulatory body to control.
The association is only to put the voice together stronger in case they want to.
Yeah, they can sell you higher price, something like that.
Typically, the
No lah.
association only have Malaysian Chinese physicians, right? Not
I don't know.
Chinese.
I don't know how do they work, but they are not regulated. That is the idea. Okay, control medicines and normal over-the-counter medicine is also very strictly regulated here in Malaysia and any other country. So whatever that is over-the-counter, you can buy it, pick it from the shop, pick it from the shelves, and then just buy. Whatever things that is behind the counter of the pharmacy, that is controlled medicines. It's all regulated. Okay, you cannot just simply go and pick one and buy. You will have to ask the pharmacist.
Do you see a doctor's
prescription, that is another major issue now. We did not touch on that. Yes, by right, you will have to have prescription to buy Group B item. Okay, that is a little bit tricky. Group B item refer to your high blood pressure, your cholesterol tablet, diabetes, some of the diabetes tablet. Yes, you will still need a prescription. So whenever you go to see a doctor, ask for a prescription. All right?
Because pharmacotherapy drugs, so I must have prescription before I go to the pharmacy for this one because.
Yes. You cannot, like e-brands, okay? Like e-brands, you cannot just go to pharmacy and say, hey, my doctor asked me to buy e-brands from you. And then I need e-brands now. Because we don't know if that is true or not. Okay, we cannot just buy like things like that we cannot just give like that, just sell it to you like that, because you will have to have a prescription. Whoever doctor with a chalk say this is to who and who, this medication, how many mg, how to take for how long. Then only we have a paper, then we can supply accordingly. We cannot just simply supply. Yes, that is why there are lots of direct sell product. We know that actually. And then there are some very good one. They are good one. Okay, don't care about the price first lah. Huh? Some of them are actually very good product from US or from wherever. But make sure you find out the facts first. Make sure you go ask around first. Don't just listen to one person. Huh? Talk to your pharmacist or this product with this kind of ingredient. Can you check for me whether I can take that or not with my current treatment? Okay, whatever condition you have, you have to measure everything together. You can't just say one and for all that it is safe for everyone. There is nothing safe for everyone. Okay? Yeah. Thank you.